Hi everyone and welcome. We want to share a short factual update on the latest communication received in the ongoing matter involving B2S LLMH and the unresolved reimbursement and performance issues already documented in this case. At this stage, one point is becoming increasingly important. The visibility of the dispute appears to have received more attention than the unresolved contractual obligation itself. The latest message reinforces that concern. The email came from a B2S Vietnam company email account. It arrived without a formal signature. What matters here is not the personal tone of the message. What matters is what the message did not provide. It did not offer a refund. It did not confirm execution of the agreement. It did not identify a new authorized decision maker. It did not provide a binding resolution timeline, and it did not provide a clear operational path to close the dispute. Instead, the message attempted to shift the frame of the discussion. It stated that operational management had been transferred to other shareholders. It also suggested that the dispute should now be understood as a matter between two organizations rather than something directed personally at the sender. Stay with me until the end, because the final part connects the record in a way that makes the wider accountability question much harder to ignore. That distinction matters. And to be clear, we agree that the issue should be treated as a matter between organizations. That has always been our position. The issue is contractual performance or reimbursement. The issue is the documented record. The issue is the absence of resolution. But if operational responsibility has truly been transferred in any meaningful way, then a professional handover should follow. One would normally expect the name of the person now responsible, a clear corporate contact, a formal communication channel, a resolution proposal, a timeline, and confirmation of who has authority to decide. None of that was provided. Instead, the message came from an active B2S Vietnam email account, while also stating that operational management had been transferred elsewhere. That does not resolve the matter. It changes the framing. And this is why the latest communication matters. Because once again, what we received was not operative clarity. We received another version of the same unresolved pattern: distance from responsibility, reframing of the issue, attention to public visibility, but no concrete solution. When a company genuinely wants to resolve a commercial dispute, the communication usually moves toward action. Who is responsible? What will be done? By when? On what terms? And under whose authority? This message did not provide that clarity. From our side, the substance of the matter remains unchanged. The issue is still contractual performance or reimbursement, supported by the documented record. Not a change of framing, not a request to treat the matter differently, not a discussion about perception. The matter remains contractual. A marketing contribution was paid. The expected purchase order was not evidenced. The agreed rollout was not verifiably executed. The reimbursement obligation was triggered. Formal notice was issued, and the matter remains unresolved. There is another reason this update matters. The more visible and exposed the record becomes, the more other parties have contacted us describing concerns they consider similar. That does not replace the need for evidence, and it does not mean every situation is identical, but it does reinforce why documentation matters. Visibility is not the objective. Recovery remains the first objective. But transparency becomes necessary when a business dispute is repeatedly met with delay, reframing, and the absence of a concrete decision. So yes, the latest message is revealing, not because of what it resolves, but because of what it leaves unanswered. Who is now responsible? Who has authority to decide? Where is the formal handover? Where is the reimbursement? Where is the purchase order? Where is the concrete resolution path? Until those questions are answered, the documented record remains open. We will continue to document the matter carefully, professionally, and factually, because transparency is not escalation. It is what remains when contractual obligations are still unresolved. Thank you and stay tuned.